Hello, trading is closed on May 25th, 2017. We have a familiar pattern here. I have a lower target. I say gapping up over the high will invalidate it, and that happens, so no call. However, before this is over, I'm prepared to come up with a time and a price for what I think is the end of this leg. During the day, MEJT should ultimately lower prices would print. Identify these moves as false ones. The target was hit and there's no new target for tomorrow. There are mixed signals from today's trade. The most likely thing is we have a gap opening and promptly trade outside the range. Next most likely is we close, it'll change and have the big move on Tuesday. This is a pattern which almost always closes at the day's low. It's very positive it didn't, but that positivity would be negated if we gapped down, promptly took out this low. It's negative that we gapped up, hit new highs, couldn't hold the highs, and couldn't even hold this low. That negativity would be negated if we gapped up, promptly took out this high. We've had 5 straight gaps up. I've seen 6 once, I think, but it's pretty unlikely. What's particularly negative about this is that after struggling all day to break through these highs, as soon as the big money left, we broke through to new highs, couldn't hold the highs, and couldn't hold on to the lows. It's not a positive pattern. Taking out this high promptly would negate the implications of that trade. Let's look at some indicators. I had these 2 lines, these 2 points connected. I said DeMark said it was a valid break. I think that's been invalidated. Had I chosen these 2 points, the DeMark stuff would have said it wasn't a valid break. You can always look through the retrospective scope, but apparently this was the right point to pick and not that one. Let's get on to some other stuff, things that work. Well, here's the weekly chart. We had bar 13 finishing early here. Here's a more satisfying bar number 13 of a combo sell signal. And as long as tomorrow closes over this high, which is 2403.87, we'll have bar number 12 of a sequential sell signal. These things don't have to go to completion, but if they do, any trade over this high will give us bar number 13 of a sequential sell to go along with the combo sell. I think if this is as negative as I think it is, the drop from that could be pretty sharp and steep. So I'm hoping to see the end of this move no later than Tuesday. I've moved these X's over. I had this as some X bars. This is 11, that's 12. This just missed counting by a fraction of a point, so this is a more satisfying 11, 12, 13, because the last 3 don't have to obey all the rules. If we're going to get a sharp drop, the high could have come as early as today. Arguing in favor of that is the half-day chart, which gives us a 913.9 sequential sell signal. It tends to say the market's very overextended at this point. As far as prices are concerned, whether or not this is the right count, I like to see a high, the Fibonacci target of a prior consolidation. I've taken this high, this low, not the retest, set it at 50%, and come up with a price target of 2420 plus. Now today's high was within 2 points of that number. So I think we have a potential high at 2420 plus and a potential date of today, Thursday, tomorrow, Friday, or next Tuesday. To me, when you're within 2 points in 2 days, it's close enough for me. I still think we're making a major top in this area. And I think we don't have too much further to go as far as tomorrow's concerned, I think we'll either have a gap outside or a quick move outside the day's range, or close a little change and have the big move on Tuesday. If I'm right about this, the drop should be sharp and steep. And that's today's call.